Assalamualaikum and good greetings. So today we'll be watching a video titled Iranian Muslim chanted death to Israel now speaks life exclamation mark. So I'm okay, obviously from the title this is someone who is from Iran. He identifies as a Muslim. I'm not sure whether he's a Shia or not. Normally my first assumption for someone who come from Iran is he's a Shia. But of course, there are minority Sunni Muslim as well in Iran, right? And death to Israel. So, yeah. Without further ado, let's watch.
When I was in Iran, every morning before class, saying, "Death to Israel."
Really? In what era is this? Is it still now, today? I'm not surprised at the sentiment, generally speaking. But if a school have that become the routine, at the beginning we'll chant this one. That's interesting. Especially if I assume this is like a common thing in every school, unless he is going to a very specific school of, I don't know, a certain groups.
And there's a very strange hatred about Israel, hatred about Jewish people came.
Wait, okay, I do wonder, because I cannot impose anything on him personally or his background, but I do wonder in general, when people say something about Israel, are they saying something about the Jewish people? Because if, for me, I see the two as two distinct different thing, right? If you are talking about Israel, the state of Israel, that's one thing. If you talk about the Jewish people, that's a different thing. And sometimes when we talk about Jewish people, if I talk about Jewish people, Christian people, we talk about them being part of that religion. For me, I'm not sure, because Jewish is quite confusing for me, because I always have to clarify when people say Jews, are you talking about religion or race? Because normally when I say Islam, Christian, Judaism or Jews, I normally use that word for religion. So if I talk about Jewish people, I talk about those who within that religion, right? So that is definitely not the same as if I talking about Israel, the entity itself that is occupying that land. So it has nothing to do with religion if I talk about that one. So when he says about hate about Jews and hate about Israel, I'm wondering, if you are Muslim from a different country, do you always see it as the same? Because for me it's totally different. For example, if we talk about Israel and what's the movement? I forgot already. Allahumma salli ala Sayyidina Muhammad. What's the movement to establish Israel as a state, etc.? How come the word escaped my mind? But I think you know that word, right? Because there's also Christian, I forgot that word, but those who support Israel, right? So it's not just Jewish people. So I distinguish the two, basically. Yeah.
Into my heart.
Oh, what I'm trying to say is, if I totally and fundamentally disagree with Israel, the state of Israel, it doesn't have any relation with what I think about Jewish people and the religion. That's two different things, basically.
I went for military service and they sent me for extra training like a commando. I became addicted to drugs. I stopped all religious activities.
So okay, so yeah, so meaning that he already left religion by this time. I'm not sure whether, as I mentioned, I assume he was used to be a Muslim, whether Shia or Sunni, I'm not sure. I assume Shia. But then when he addicted to drugs, that is obviously, from Islamic perspective, that's haram. That's a big time haram. So you cannot claim to be, I'm practicing Muslim and do drugs. So, and he said he left religion. So meaning the starting point of this he already is not a religious person anyway.
When I finished military service, after that I found a very good job, business job, and receiving good money. I left Iran just for a better life. My illegal journey started. I flew to Turkey, Istanbul, and from Turkey I flew to Bosnia. That was a very risky and dangerous way. When I arrived in England, I applied for asylum. I didn't have any good reason. I left Iran just for a better life. I decided to tell lie to government. Through the application form, I told them because...
Okay, so we are only at the beginning of the video, and it's it has nothing to do with being Muslim, right? Because that's just a background that he have no association with, strong any affiliation association to begin with from his story, right? It's just a background. I used to be this, but then early on, I don't know, that's about Israel. You know, you cannot link Muslim and death to Israel anyway. And then, yeah, so because normally when I watch this, just to make it clear, normally I watch this kind of video, I really want to know what make people left Islam. What is it? A fundamental issues? Is it you know, a reasoning issues? But many of these videos is like they weren't even, and I'm not imposing it. I'm not saying this is a fake Muslim. I'm saying that even their story doesn't indicate that they have any footing in Islam to begin with. It's just they left it to begin with. They don't really have anything within it, and this is just a story of they finding something that give them meaning, I guess.
I was persecuted Christian, life was dangerous for me, and sent this document to the immigration office in London. I said to myself, Dariush, if government asks you about Christianity, what do you have to tell them? I decided to go to church just to get information about Christianity.
Okay, so the whole story here, because I'll just watch this through, but I'll just speed it up because it's not something interesting to me, at least now.
I went to the church. I heard all basic things about Christianity, about Messiah, about repentance, about cross. He rose again after 3 days and he's alive. He can change lives. That was, my brain was full of information, but my heart was still dark. When I received a letter from government for interview, I pick up the phone and I call my pastor. I'm going for interview. Could you come and help me what to say, what not to say to government? When he came,
I don't understand this, meaning that the government would want to know that he is really a Christian to give asylum or something, is it?
he said to me, Dariush, you are not Christian. It is all lie. Yeshua asked you to stand on truth, and truth will set you free. I became very angry and said, no, I can't. They deport me back to Iran. I went to my room, I locked the door, and I bowed down. I cried and shout, said, if there is any God, you show yourself to me. I can't continue anymore. When I said that moment he revealed himself. That moment he came. That moment he healed me completely from drugs. That moment I gave my heart to him. He touched my heart and he gave me strength and power. That was a power just walking inside my heart. Because I tried several times before to give up the drugs, but I couldn't. But that time I asked Yeshua to start a new life, and he did. And he said to me, Dariush, I love you as you are, with the dirty things, because I died on the cross for you. I went for interview in London, and the officer said to me, we have just a couple of questions. I said to him, I'm so sorry about application form. I wasn't Christian in Iran. Life wasn't dangerous for me. I came to this country just for a better life. But
okay, because he make a claim that he runs away for safety because he was a Christian. Okay, so that's the context where he have to justify that. Okay.
2 days ago, I gave my heart to Jesus. If you want to send me to Iran or anywhere, I am ready for that. He looked at me and said, you told lie? They refused the application form. In my court, the judge, he looked at me and said, Mr. Zarian, what did you do yesterday? Because my court was on Monday. I told him, yesterday I was leading a worship group. And he said, how did you do that? And I told him I was reading Psalm 96. And he said, what Psalm 96 says? And he said, everyone in the court just open the Bible. Everyone just read Psalm 96. Sing a song for the Lord. Sing a new song for the Lord. Proclaim his salvation. And that was a miracle. He said to me, you are accepted to stay in England. For a long time, I used to believe lie.
Now, my question is, because he said Yeshua came to him, right? Reveal himself to him. Normally, when people say that, is it a vision? Is it like, there in front of you? Is it in your mind? What do people mean that? Because he says that there's some conversation that's going on, right? You heard the video, right? Yeshua said something to him, etc., etc., right? So, what does that mean? At least from the perspective of those who go through that, right? Does it mean that you actually know, oh, he's here, he's really here, right? A physical, or is it like, he's here like a hologram, or he's in here? What exactly do people mean when they say that Joshua or Jesus revealed himself to you? I always wonder, what do people mean with that?
About Israel, about this nation, about Jewish people. I started to read the Bible from the beginning, and through the study, God gave me a passion and love for Jewish people. Because
did he equate Jewish people and Israel?
God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Yeshua Mashiach, saved my life, changed my life. I am one for Israel.
So is this a because this is, if you can see, one for Israel.org, right? So is this, because I'm not sure whether Israel is being referred to by Jewish people as the state of Israel that you can see now, or something else. And if they are, like, he is referring to the state of Israel, is this then, my follow-up question is this like a propaganda from the state to make people think that they represent the Jewish religion and ideology? I'm really interested in that, whether that is the portrayal that they want to show, like the state of Israel is the representation of Jewish belief and ideology. That would be interesting for me. But if what is referred to Israel here is more of what they have in the theology, in the future, whatever, not really the Israel state, that's also interesting. Anyway, so just I'm wondering a lot for this one. Feel free to comment and educate me on this stuff. Thank you for watching. See you next time.